Hello, welcome to No We're Actually Scared. I'm 3 coffees deep. I'm your host, Dusty Davenport, here with my co-host,
Johnny Paranoia.
And we're going to talk about some ancient Native American folklore,
Cannibalism,
millionaires,
end of the world, bunkers,
250-year-old Social Security recipients.
and the moon.
What? Let's talk about it. So we're talking about like 200-year-olds receiving Social Security?
Yeah, did you see that article? Absolutely insane, dude.
The funny thing is like it's not even unbelievable. I could totally see it. Like you would think like that would be an insane shock, but
Dude, it's insane though. Like the breakdown of did you see the list?
the breakdown.
Like there's the oldest person in the world is 116 years old. Dude. Like on record. And there's there's 6,000 people in the United States right now that are 230 receiving Social Security checks.
I posted on X. I was like, I think vampires are real.
I think you might be right, dude.
The powers of no one ever talks about this in vampire movies. Nosferatu just came out and everything. I still haven't seen it, but it looks wild. Everybody's saying it's amazing.
I don't know. I'm anti that. I gotta go
Anti Nosferatu.
I gotta go with the original, dude. I'm an original guy.
What's wrong with remaking movies? The Thing was a remake.
Think of something new.
The Thing was a remake.
The Thing was a remake, but dude, Nosferatu was what 19? We talked about this before, like 1920.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So now we have the technology to do crazy stuff.
Why touch it? Why touch it?
I've heard it was good. I'm excited to see it.
Are you?
I'm not anti-remake.
I come up with a new idea.
I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, the one thing they're missing in vampire movies is compound interest. The fact that immortality can lead you to everlasting gains on your money.
Everlasting, yes.
Yeah, what does Dave Ramsey say? Your money doubles every 7 years, dude? If you're a vampire, dude, I'm good. I'm living to 700, dude. My money's going to 1,000x.
You talk about generational wealth. Just Social Security.
Just collect Social Security, compound interest.
Just makes you think about the lizard people inside government, dude.
Go sleep in a coffin upside down somewhere.
Are all those? Are they?
Do vampires sleep upside down or sleep in coffins? Because I feel like they do both.
Coffins.
But wasn't it always a thing like they slept upside down? Or is that just because they're like bats?
I think when they transform into a bat, they sleep up. That's where the upside down thing came.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, they sleep in coffins, dude.
All right.
Like, have you ever seen?
That seems unnecessary, too. Why did they need a coffin to sleep in?
What We Do in the Shadows? You never saw that?
No, I never watched it. You said I got to watch it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good. They made a movie. The movie was good, but the TV show is phenomenal.
It's funny?
I love the TV show. I love it. One of the FX, one of the good things that they make. You know?
But yeah, so our 230-year-old vampire is making money off Social Security.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. I mean, and then he said the photo with Elon, too. He was, like, in a black MAGA hat or something.
Like, something that really bothered me of that, like, I don't think the president of the United States should be sitting down while a billionaire's standing. And, like, I like a lot of what Elon's doing, but, like, he definitely took the focal point away from the president of the United States there. Like, he kind of big boyed him a little bit in the Oval Office.
Seemed like it.
Didn't it?
Hey,
I didn't like the image.
He just, I know he's doing a lot of good. It seems to be doing a lot of good.
Yeah.
But is he not another bureaucrat? An unelected bureaucrat in the government right now?
Who took a lot of government contracts and a lot of money from the government.
There was just a thing where...
It's kind of a thing, like, it's like, you have to mention that if you're going to talk about government waste. Like, yeah, he's going to say, I'm not wasteful, but everyone's going to say they're not wasteful. Like,
Joe Biden gave him a big defense contract.
Huge.
So, I mean...
It's tough, man. You're Doge. You're in charge of government efficiency. Like, is catching rockets the most important thing our country should be doing right now?
And the other weird thing,
or should we be building bridges in Baltimore?
Probably building bridges in Baltimore to repair that.
That's my thinking.
Like I said, the whole thing is, like, real weird to me and real cautious. I know you get on me about it. Like, just look at the inauguration.
Yeah.
All the billionaires that were standing behind him.
Oh, yeah.
All tech billionaires.
Doesn't look good.
Like, is this... And I know you go, well, they already got... I say, hoard your cash, pay in cash, and you're always telling me it's already gone, dude. It's already... You're a losing fight.
Yeah, dude, just...
I'm not buckling. I'm fighting the good fight.
Use your fucking debit card, dude.
No, I'm going to pay in silver eventually, dude. Before they fucking track my expenses.
Well, we're talking about the Baltimore Bridge. Well, while we're on that, dude, how many of these crashes and how many of these things come from the fact that so many of these transportation vehicles operate on computers?
A lot, I'm sure.
And then Elon Musk is like the big computer car guy.
It's weird.
It's kind of weird.
Right.
Like, I'm just saying, like, maybe, like, all this technology in our vehicles and planes
Right.
and, like, things, maybe there's some negatives to those.
Oh, there's a lot of... well, you know who I'm a fan of. I mean, you ever read his manuscript? I mean, he talks about how technology is going to be the downfall of civilization. Yes, he was a mountain man. In the great state of Montana, by the way.
Oh, good call. Good call for the Montana app.
We are talking about Ted
Another
Kaczynski.
Pollock.
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski. By the way, the Unabomber, if nobody knows that. But
He was 100% right in his manifesto.
the manifesto,
unfortunately,
where he talks about the downfall of society and the intervening of man and machine becoming one, and how it's going to be a downfall of us.
what if we just start a fake conspiracy theory about how Ted Kaczynski wasn't the actual Unabomber?
Wow.
What if the manifesto was real and he didn't actually blow people
Well,
up?
I think
Let's just start it. Let's just fucking bullshit it right now, dude.
Well, I think he admitted to it, which is a problem. But yeah, I mean, sending letters in the mail and blowing people up is not a good
Wasn't great.
way to get your point across, dude.
Wasn't great.
But you should have just continued writing manifestos, because I don't think he was wrong.
Dead on.
But the other thing, like I said, the tech thing too, it's like everybody's worried about Elon having your information now too.
Yeah.
Dude, he started PayPal. He already has your information.
He has everything.
All you people that don't like cash, he has your information already.
It's true.
He already had it.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's a bunch of bullshit, dude. But let's go to the state of Montana, where Ted Kaczynski harbored up in a log cabin and built bombs.
Doesn't Montana always sound like we always said Kansas is the runaway, but like, I think that's only because the millionaires started buying up Montana.
Well, Montana's
You can't afford it
now.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Bill Gates owns land there.
Yeah, all the Justin Timberlake, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have Big Sky Country.
Who's the other Tennessee Titans coach that bought, like, has like a huge fucking
Jeff Fisher?
Jeff Fisher's got a huge, like, fishing lake. I remember he said that. It's like, yeah, I'm getting fired, guys. He's like, I don't want you to tell and upset the play. Dude, no one's upset, dude. You have like $60 million and you're gonna go fishing for the next 40 years of your life.
Yeah, he was a coach for 20 years, dude.
Yeah.
He has plenty of money. What's the cryptid that we're talking about today?
Oh man, we're gonna get right into it. So, I'm interested. You ever play the video game Until Dawn on PlayStation?
No, I never have.
So, it's like one of these like video games that's like, I don't know. Like when I was younger, like I was always anti these games because I'm like, oh, it's a game where it's not a fucking game, and it's like if I want to watch a movie, I'm gonna go watch a movie. But it was really well done, and it's kind of like the old horror movie trope, but they put all these kids out in the forest in the winter, and the bad guy in this game is this creature from Native American folklore called the Wendigo.
The Wendigo?
Yes. So it's a wild story if you dig into like the Wendigo, but there's been sightings of the Wendigo in Montana. People always post because it's always like right on that border into Canada.
It's that hot spot.
It's like, yeah, that's where these things are known from. That's where a lot of the Algonquin tribe were at.
Okay.
I guess Ojibwe there's like 4 or 5 tribes that have like lore based on this creature. And there's a bunch of different things about like how they're made, what happened with them.
It's a perfect, like there's a lot of crossover too with like Native American and their folklore and their history. Like it makes sense. Mountainous. There's a lot of predators over there.
Yep.
Wolves. I mean, this could be a wolf-like creature.
And I got to say, like where we are right now, this has been the worst winter I've had in like the past 5 years.
It's terrible.
I don't think we've gotten over 20 degrees this winter.
It's terrible.
Like, it is just absolutely miserable, dude. And I just want to go back to think, like, dude, you ever just walk into your car, just fucking punch your steering wheel until it, like, heats up, dude?
Every day.
Like, you're just like, fuck, it's cold. Like, it's like a level of cold that, like, people in the South don't understand.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just like you get to your car, the seat is so frozen that when you sit on it, like, your body is freezing.
Or you can't even roll down your window.
And you're
because it's
literally,
frozen.
like, contracted, like, into a fucking shell like a turtle, and you're just punching your steering wheel, yelling fuck as many times as you can until the heat finally kicks on.
That's why we have car starters.
I don't have a car starter. Congratulations, mister. I don't pay with a fucking debit card.
Hey, maybe you take. I paid for that car starter with silver coins. The guy looked at me.
So
like
I have a computer attached into my car that turns it on, but I can't use a debit card.
Turn on it's a switch, man. By the way, it's not a computer.
Hey, it's going over some kind of wavelength.
It fires up the ignition. That's all it does, dude. It fires up the ignition.
Okay.
Sends a spark to my ignition plug.
So the Wendigo is based very heavily on winter, and it kind of like works like a lot of our Bible stories, where like you can kind of read into it as like a warning. Really? Or it could also be construed as like government propaganda to keep everybody together.
Ooh,
but
well, this is Native American, so their tribes were a thing. Like you were dependent.
You needed community.
You were dependent on the hunters. You were dependent on the women to keep the tribe, raise the children, have children, grow more.
Yep.
You were dependent on each other, especially like living in a mountainous terrain.
You needed to be a cult.
Montana, yes.
You needed to be a cult. And socialism works in groups of 20 to 30 people where you're all working towards a common goal.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Small enough, everybody's there for...
They do their job. They have a purpose.
Right.
Everyone has a purpose.
Exactly.
There's no moochers. Like, you're a part of this. You got to do it. But the Wendigo serves as kind of like this story that is like, you need to be a part of this community. You need to stay together.
How's that?
So it's kind of based around isolation. So there's a couple different versions of how the Wendigo started. But most of it stems from it being a Native American spirit. So it's actually like a spirit out in the forest in the winter, like the snow. So it fits into like the Until Dawn video game. Mm-hmm. So if you were to like venture off from the tribe, like, oh, I can do it on my own. Like, I'm going to go live on my own. I'm going to go hunt deer. I'm going to live off the land myself. Like, leave the tribe or whatever. They say this is like greed, and this is like gluttony. Okay. Like, oh, like I'm going to go be a fat cat. I'm going to go catch the deer, and I'm going to eat the deer myself. Right. And this would be like, oh, I'm going to be possessed by the Wendigo, because when I left, I'll be in like a starvation state. And in this starvation state, this demon spirit type thing, this malevolent spirit, will possess you while you're starving. And basically turn you into a living zombie. Like, you crave human flesh.
So you turn into a cannibal.
You turn into a full-blown cannibal. So, like, the depictions of the Wendigo are just, like, these emaciated ribs stretching the skin, lengthy, long, lanky people with janky teeth, because you're just eating human bones and human things, and your teeth just get all fucking gnarled.
And you're lacking vitamins. And
right, so everything's, like, deformed, and you just look emaciated, but you only crave human flesh.
Really?
And blood. You're just bloodthirsty. So they'll eat animals, they'll eat deers and stuff, but they have the desire to eat humans.
Yikes.
So
that's creepy.
That's kind of like one of the stories. Another one of the stories is that, like, a Native American tribe would curse, like, people that were, like, being left from the tribe and turn them into, like, these evil Wendigo things.
So now I see your comparison to the Bible, though.
Right.
Where it's like a scare tactic, kind of.
Exactly. Or like a propaganda tactic. Like, hey, you can't do this on your own.
Right. You have to stay here.
Yeah.
Or the Wendigo is going to get you.
You're going to turn into a Wendigo, yeah.
Or like I said, dude, there's a lot of predators out there. Maybe it's for your own good.
Yep.
There's bears. There's wolves.
Yep.
You're not going to make it.
Stay with the tribe.
Stay with the tribe.
So,
power of numbers.
Another thing is that it's so associated with winter that it's known to have, like, a heart of ice. So its heart's made of ice for the Wendigo.
Well, you have to have a heart of ice if you're eating humans.
So it's kind of wild. They have this, like, whole, like, this reminds me of, like, the werewolf, like, the body transformation, the body horror. Like, all of a sudden you get fucking skinny and, like, your ribs are sticking out, gaunt.
The inverted back leg kneecap.
Your eyes sink into your head. They're black.
Yeah. Sharp teeth.
Yep.
Their teeth are sharpened.
And then your heart turns to ice. But there's, like, a ton of stories, and
those are interesting.
A lot of people, like, took this at face value for a long time. Like, even up into the 80s, they would argue, like, that these are real historical accounts.
Well, didn't you say there's, like, some, like, psychiatric...
Yeah, so they actually, like, there was a diagnosis called Wendigo psychosis, which means, like, you would forego eating regular food because you crave human flesh. You're ultra cannibal.
So that they're saying that, like, this is a mental condition, then.
Yeah, like a real
Like a real
psychiatric
thing.
condition,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
back in the 1800s. So we're talking. I know we're talking Montana, but there was a trapper in Alberta, and his name was Swift Runner. So in 1878, basically, like they're lost. They're about 25 miles away from emergency food supplies at the Hudson Bay's Company outpost. So they're like 25 miles away from food. Their eldest son dies of starvation. So it's him, his wife, and 5 other kids. All of a sudden, before he's only 25 miles away. I know it's winter. I know it's rough.
It's 1878, dude. He doesn't have a fucking Ford F-150 sitting in the driveway. 25 miles away, dude, in 1878. It's a long fucking way, dude.
But the dude murdered his wife and 5 kids.
The alpha male's got to eat, baby.
And they said he was not that far away. He was 25 miles away from food. He killed and ate all 6 people.
That's insane. But the alpha's got to eat. That's what I'm sticking to it. 25 miles is a long way, dude.
That's a big panic. You're like, one dude dies, like one kid dies, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die. I'm going to eat all 6 of you.
They were all starving, though. His son already died of starvation.
So you didn't just knock off the next kid? That couldn't get you the 25 miles?
Who knows how big? If it was a baby, dude, that's 10 pounds, man. You're getting... It's like a fish, man. You're getting like 4 pounds of meat off that thing. Especially if it's starving. I mean...
1878.
It's 25 miles is a long way, dude. Like, now, you said this is where?
This is Alberta.
This is Alberta.
So
okay.
above Montana.
So above it.
Yeah,
right. But
like
still,
kind of like the connecting area.
it's probably minus 20 outside, dude.
Oh, it's cold, for sure.
So 25 miles, minus 20. Hey, you just said you're miserable going to your car. I need you to walk 25 miles, please, to the outpost for food.
I think I'd be too cold to murder my entire family, though.
You think? Well, it would, like how you told me in the last episode. You're in a cave. You're going to drink the water, dude, right? Are you not drinking the water? You're on the
But
edge.
they've determined, like, this wasn't like avoid starvation. He ate 6 people.
They were
25
starving.
miles away from food.
That's fire in 1878.
25 miles.
It could have been a blizzard.
Did you eat one person? He didn't need to eat all 6.
Maybe he had to. You don't know how skinny they were. I don't know. The alpha's got to eat, baby.
Man, you're
The alpha's got to eat.
Swift Runner.
I'm on Swift Runner's side, dude.
All right, fair enough. Next story. We got the blade of the Wendigos, Jack Fiddler.
Now, this is the Wendigo vampire hunter.
Yeah, well, Wendigo hunter.
Wendigo hunter.
Yeah. So he was a Cree chief and medicine man, and he was just known for his powers at killing Wendigos.
Really?
So he would just go around, take care of these evil spirits.
Now, do you think it's like an exorcism? Or do you think it's like a bullet to
We
the
have
heart?
to look it up because I know there's a way they kill him with their ice heart.
Oh, I think I know.
Ah, shit.
Fire.
Maybe.
I think it's fire.
Sounds right.
Hey.
Like you have to burn the ice heart
Yeah,
to end the spirit.
right.
It makes sense. But anyways, these 2 guys were, him and his brother, Joseph and Jack, were going around killing Wendigos
That's pretty badass.
in 1907.
So,
Just going around.
in 1907?
1907, they
So-
were just going around killing Wendigos.
Dude, that's kind of insane. Like, this guy's just telling people this guy's a Wendigo?
Yeah, I'm fucking this dude up.
Like, this guy's just the guy in the next fucking trailer over is a fucking Wendigo?
Well, that's the funny thing because eventually the Canadian authorities got involved and were like, "Hey, you can't just kill people."
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I thought I was on a different wavelength over here completely.
They came in and they said, "You can't do that." And then one of the brothers committed suicide.
Oh, wow.
The other one got
Jeez.
sentenced to life in prison.
Getting dark.
But get this.
He got let out.
He didn't get let out, but he
man.
was sentenced to death, but they gave him a pardon.
Oh, he got pardoned?
Yeah. So he didn't get murder. He didn't get the death penalty. Yeah. But 1907. And he was just going around killing Wendigos. He was Blade, dude. He was Wesley Snipes.
That's kind of crazy.
Just killing Wendigos.
Man, dude, there had to be some fucking Wendigos there, man.
It's wild, huh?
Like, he's just whacking people. Like, that's
Can you imagine you're just like going camping, like you're gonna have a campfire out in the snow in Alberta, and all of a sudden this dude Jack Fiddler just walks up and starts throwing spells at you and then murders you.
he just starts hacking your
He's
wife
like,
up, dude?
Wendigo.
It's insane.
You're not supposed to say Wendigo because it summons them.
I think we had this. I think we were
I think
talking.
we said it about 47 times so far. It's a fun name to say, though.
Wendigo.
Like, out of all, like, the Native American lore, like, sometimes they're really difficult.
Yeah.
There's a lot of syllables.
We're probably saying it wrong.
Probably. Definitely.
Hey, text us.
But it's a fun name to say, Wendigo.
Follow us, guys. Rate us. Subscribe.
Yeah. If you're on Apple, there's a button. You can click send a text. It'll send us to us. We'll read it. We want your ghost stories. That's a big thing.
Yeah, send ghost stories.
Go
We'll
to
read
Twitter.
them.
If we get like 10 ghost stories, we'll do an episode. And we'll just read your ghost stories and give our thoughts.
10. That's a lot of people.
If we get 5, I think we can do an episode.
Yeah.
All right. We can riff it out.
5 people.
Yeah. Give us 5 ghost stories and we'll do an episode.
We'll even throw in UFO.
Yeah. Give us your sightings, whatever.
Supernatural,
Cryptids.
demons, jinns. It don't matter.
Yeah, I'll take
But
it.
make sure you like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
And a 5-star rating would help.
I know we need a couple more 5 stars.
Yeah.
But anyways, this psychosis, it was like debated in the 1980s. Like they were talking about it where it was almost like a fair debate on both sides where people were arguing that it was real and they weren't. They were taking it on face value that these things actually existed.
That's
Or not these things existed, but the psychosis existed.
did.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if you do develop the psychosis, you turn into a cannibal. You
Basically,
crave.
yeah, you would forego regular food. Instead, like you would just go eat human flesh.
Don't they have that thing now with like mad cow disease? Like if you eat a diseased cow, don't you have that like turned on in your head now?
I don't know.
Isn't there something like
I
that?
have to look into it.
Or
There's
if you-
something weird about that.
Or if
though.
you eat human flesh, you have that turned on, that
Like, all of a
chemical.
sudden you're like,
yes,
want it
now
and
you
crave
crave
it
human
more.
flesh. I just think of the Always Sunny,
Yeah, but this is like psychosis. This isn't like
where they thought they were eating human flesh, but Frank just fed them raccoon, and they got sick from it. But yeah, that's,
they said a case has never been actually studied. So, but let's not talk about that.
yeah. I'm a scientist, everybody, so I could talk about it.
It's just big. It's big psych that's taking down the fucking Wendigo psychosis, dude.
Damn it, big psych. Those bastards, dude. Let the Wendigos be.
But there's a lot of like cannibalistic obsession in like Native American culture
Is there?
and other countries. Like cannibalism's really big in a lot of cultures. There's a lot of cultures where people die and they eat the body.
I just think of the heir to the Rockefeller. I don't know if you ever know that story.
No.
I think it's the Rockefeller. Like it was like in 1967. You want to look that up real quick, or
Yeah,
if I'm fact checking me
Yeah,
on
I'll look
this?
it up.
But I think he was like
Cannibal?
just look up the Rockefeller guy that went missing in 1963, 1967, sometime in the 60s. But I think he went to go live with like a fucking tribe in Africa, and fucking they ended up like killing him.
Michael Clark Rockefeller disappeared in 1961 while on an expedition in Dutch New Guinea.
Yep. Papua New Guinea is all the cannibals, right?
He swam ashore to get help and was never seen from again. Rumors circulated that he was killed and eaten by cannibals.
Yep.
A Rockefeller?
A Rockefeller. Yeah, the heir to the Rockefeller fortune.
You ever think he just looked at how evil his family was and like, fuck this, I'm just going to an island and
Well, I mean, he was an adventurer. I mean, that's already like,
Or
hey,
that.
thanks, family. Thanks for having all this money so I could just go and travel the world on an escapade.
Or was that his like big F you to daddy, you know? Like,
No,
I'm
I
going
think-
to live on the island.
I think they realized that he was white and got scared and probably killed and ate him.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would go with.
That's what I'm going to say, because to this day they say Papua New Guinea has cannibals on it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he just left because he realized how evil his family was.
Maybe.
This is all speculation.
That is
We're
speculative.
definitely going to be taken down for talking about this.
But anything else on the Wendigo?
Yeah, let's look up how to kill this fucker.
I think fire. I think they're a fire thing.
Oh, man, it was like the first thing to search when I put how to on Google. It said how to kill a Wendigo.
Maybe
have
it's a common problem.
You have to use a silver weapon to strike its heart.
So it's like a fucking werewolf, dude.
It really is.
Yeah.
Some legends say you must also burn or melt its heart to defeat its spirit.
All right.
So you got to hit it with metal and then burn the heart.
Thank God I got a lot of silver. I can throw my coins.
Aim for the Wendigo's heart, strike through the heart, dismember the Wendigo, burn the heart.
I'm gonna throw my silver at it.
That's kind of wild.
Set it on fire.
What if you put it in like a cocktail?
The Wendigo?
Like you drink the ice Wendigo heart.
I would never do that.
Like once you cut it up.
That would be like a hipster bar. Like, oh,
Dude,
yeah,
that totally would. They'd open that up, dude. and
hey,
they'd be
don't
like,
take our ideas over here. These are moneymakers.
We got Wendigo hearts.
Yeah, we got Wendigo martinis, dude.
Dude, you could easily. How much do you think you could charge for a Wendigo martini?
$27.
That's it?
Extra dry.
That's it?
Extra melty
For a Wendigo martini?
Actually, extra ice.
Like, you think it's like the full, like, ball ice like they're using now? Like John Taffer brings in on Bar Rescue?
I don't think you would drop a ball thing in a
It would just be like a little, like, activator?
You would have to do another drink. Like, you would have to do, like, a whiskey Wendigo or something like that. Instead of whiskey sours.
What are you doing then? Just scraping, like, a shaving of the ice? Because the heart's like the ice.
Yeah.
So how much of that heart are you putting in a drink, and how much are you charging? Like, if you have to hunt down a Wendigo to get that ice,
well,
it's not $27 a drink, man. That's got to be high-scale hipster bar.
Well, luckily for me, I found a whole farm of Wendigos.
Oh, okay.
And I have.
We're factory farming Wendigos?
We're factory farming them at this point.
My favorite meme right now is, like, the before, we got this before GTA 6. Like, that's a big meme right now, because GTA 6 has taken, like, 30 years to come out.
It's June, right?
So there's a big meme like going around. So like every time like something crazy happens, they're like,
we
got this
yeah,
before
yeah,
GTA 6. Like,
it.
oh, we just got teleportation before GTA 6. Oh, we just got Wendigo ice cocktails. We got Wendigo factory farming before GTA 6.
But wouldn't that be like? Why don't we do that? Why don't we open like a cryptid bar?
That's not a bad idea.
Like, you know, like a cryptid restaurant, cryptid-based restaurant.
I kind of love that.
See, now nobody take our ideas.
I kind of like that, dude. We just open up. Do we got Wendigo whiskey?
Yeah, Wendigo whiskey, or we just make a whiskey brand, dude. I got a person that does whiskeys, so
Frogman.
So maybe we'll do a collab with them one of these days.
Frogman IPA.
Yeah, like I said, dude. We'll get it all down, man. Mothman martinis. We'll put wings on the martini glass.
I like that.
And
Mothman martinis.
Charge $38 a drink. We'll use high end.
Easy.
Yeah, and we're gonna factory farm the Mothman wings too. So,
Wendigo hearts.
Wendigo hearts, dude. We'll get icy hearts. Yeah, you would have to do like a whiskey sour or something.
Yeah,
like where you could put a ball of ice in there.
Yeah, no, it'd be like a Wendigo heart.
But like you said, even if you just do a theme and it's not a fucking actual Wendigo heart, I mean, and we just use like a deer heart or something.
Like a Bloody Mary would be like
I don't know. I would have to sit here and
I didn't
brainstorm 20
All right. Come up with another cocktail for this bar. I'm into it.
You're into it?
I'm into it.
All right, give me a couple cryptids. Did we talk about one at the Dandy House? What was the cryptid running around over there?
Oh, the little gnome thing.
Yeah, what was that
fuck
cryptid?
was that called? Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, that was a cryptid.
That thing was a fucker, dude. It would fuck you up.
Yeah, it was
like 3 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would protect Indian burial ground. Like if there are bodies or burial ground on the land, that this thing patrols the area, make sure no one violates the grave or violates the mound or whatever it is.
Oh my god, this is gonna drive me nuts, dude. I can't find it.
Really? Search the
Dandy House Cryptid.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. It was called.
It had a cool name too. I remember.
It was close to Wendigo, to be honest with you.
But it was like 3 feet tall.
Yep.
And it would like cut you up.
If you guys want to go back and listen to that we did a Dandy House episode.
That was our New York episode.
That was a New York episode.
Yeah.
And that we mentioned that cryptid in that episode.
What is that little thing called, dude?
I'm just trying to think of other cryptids, dude. We got what's the Detroit guy?
Oh, the Red Dwarf.
The Red Dwarf.
Yeah, and the mayor insulted him, and then he got thrown in jail.
So maybe that's what you call Merlot.
Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf Merlot.
I like that.
I mean, he would just need something. The White Witch would be our Zinfandel. You know?
The Bell Witch.
The Bell Witch. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
the Bell Witch Zinfandel.
What other cryptids do we have? We've done a lot of episodes on cryptids, surprisingly.
Yeah, we had
the Jersey Devil.
Yeah. Jersey Devil,
make a Jersey Devil cocktail.
Well, that would be like our moonshine because they were Atlantic City was big in
yep.
for moonshine. So we'll do moonshine over there.
Oh, I can't think of what this thing was called, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure that idea's been done 100,000 times, dude. I'm sure there's cryptid alcohols out there.
The cryptid bar?
Yeah. It has to be.
I can't find this guy. We'd have to listen to our episode to figure out what the hell that thing was called. That's going to drive me insane.
Oh, we'll look it up after.
Because I remember that one was like kind of scary. It was like a Chucky. It was like a Chucky doll, dude. He was like 3 feet tall, but he would like cut you.
I remember seeing the video of him in the tree. Like there's a photo of him in the tree.
Yeah.
Man, you are terrible. You're no Jamie at Googling, dude.
We need a producer.
Anybody know how to produce?
We need a fucking producer on this show.
All right, so is that it on the Wendigo, or are we do we still have more info?
Apparently, Wendigos were in everything, man. They're in, like, Fallout. I never played Fallout, but apparently they're in Fallout.
The video game, too?
Yeah.
Really?
They're, like, everywhere.
I think of the game that we always used to play. What is it? The zombie?
They hate olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic.
So they're like vampires.
Seems like a lot of vampire and werewolf-like crossover.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of crossover with that shit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Here we go. I got a good one. Who hunts a Wendigo? To combat them, the Great Spirit created Wendigo hunters, revived souls of the dishonorable dead who were given a chance at redemption and salvation by killing Wendigos. Their hunts were commissioned by God himself.
Wow.
And their targets were assigned by powerful legendary figures known as spirits.
So it's like quick revive.
Dude, that's fucking wild, dude. God just brings you back, and he's like, you were a fuck-up, you were a sinner, and I disavow everything you've done, but I'm going to give you a shot right here, and you're going to become a Wendigo hunter.
Wendigo hunter. Well, maybe that was Mr. Fiddler.
Dude.
Fucking can't. I think we just solved it, dude.
And then he got life in prison.
Fucking.
But he redeemed his soul, I guess.
I guess.
So that's a win.
I guess that's your punishment.
Yeah.
Sitting in prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
That's kind of a crazy thing.
Mr. Fiddler.
Dude, Google's intense. What is a Wendigo's favorite food? Human flesh.
Obviously. I wasn't going to say Doritos, but I mean, I don't think he's eating Doritos.
But yeah, it's a lot of like possessed by a spirit.
So is it a spiritual thing or is it a fucking like a cryptid?
Yeah, I guess it's not really a cryptid, right?
Yeah.
Because you're possessed by a spirit.
Yeah, spirit of it.
And they're like humans that just like ended up like going the wrong way.
So they're just like humanoid spirits.
They're just like lost humans that got possessed by a spirit.
And then they possess you?
No.
They come after
No, I think you just end up starving.
So now we're back to them being cryptids.
That's another thing, too. Do demons prey on weaker people? Or like the spirits or whatever? So if like you're like starving,
yeah,
is it easier for a demon to get into you? I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The demons were trying to tempt Jesus in the desert, right?
Right. You're
like the whole thing. Like
point of weakness.
Yeah. So it's easier to get in.
Yeah, that's why you got to have a fortitude and mental solitude over here. All right. Fucking Fort Knox on my brain.
Here's AI telling us that Wendigos can, in fact, infect humans from biting them.
A doctor is telling me this?
No, AI.
Oh, AI.
AI is.
It's close enough. That's a doctor.
The infected person can become
It's going to be a doctor in 3 years,
Pretty soon
dude.
it'll be a doctor. Oh, Wendigos can also shapeshift into other animals and humans.
Oh, perfect.
And I have heard they can do the mimic thing where they can like pretend they're somebody else and use their voice
and just lure you out further in the mountains
to isolation.
Hey, Johnny.
And that's like the big thing. Like this whole story is to like keep you from being isolated.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. And there goes my theory too of saying that they could be wolves.
Right.
You know, just here's a pack of wolves and it's actually fucking Wendigos.
Right.
Just tearing you apart piece by piece. Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant.
Oh yeah.
Fucking getting torn apart by the bear, dude.
Yep.
Or Daniel Day-Lewis. Didn't Daniel Day-Lewis fight a bunch of wolves, too, in a movie? I think. Or you could be Cuba Gooding Jr. and Snow Dogs. There's a movie. He had his pack of dogs fight off wolves, dude.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Snow Dogs. I haven't thought about Snow Dogs.
That's a reference,
That's
buddy.
a pull.
That's a reference.
That's a pull. I got a list of cryptids for you. Jersey Devil.
Okay.
Loch Ness Monster.
Boring.
So they consider that a cryptid?
This
is why I don't understand the criteria for cryptid.
Well, Bigfoot, Mothman.
But what's the criteria though for you to be a cryptid versus anything
like a
else?
creature? Like
That's
a creature.
That's all it means.
Yeah, you got to be like a creature.
Mothman.
Yeah.
Beast of Bray Road. What's that?
You never heard of the Beast of Bray Road, dude?
No. Oh, it's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Did you never hear that?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. The Flatwoods Monster.
I never heard of that one.
A Hool?
A ghoul?
A Hool?
Huel? Is this Breaking Bad over here?
Hool.
Is that Huel from...
It's a wood owl or a large species of bat.
Do you know who Huel...
Or possibly a giant squid or octopus. Oh. That's like 4 animals.
Yeah.
That could be anything.
I think you're talking about Huel on Breaking Bad.
Huel.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the big dude with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cleanup guy, the security man for...
They do the snow angels and the money.
Yeah. Yep.
The Chupacabra.
Okay.
Honey Island Swamp Monster. Oh, that'll make a nice drink, dude.
Yeah, the
They're
swamp
putting
monster.
honey in a lot of stuff, dude. Honey Island Swamp Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Kraken. Barmanu.
That's Louisiana, I'm going to say.
Pakistan.
Whoa.
A bipedal humanoid primate cryptid. So it's like a bear
What?
that walks on 2 feet.
So it's a bear.
Or a monkey, not a bear.
Oh,
Primate,
geez.
primate, sorry. Dragon. Dragon, apparently, is cryptid. Just dragon.
Just dragon?
Jackalope. Sasquatch. Skunk ape.
Skunk ape? No, that's not a drink.
Skunk ape.
Can't have that one as a drink.
Bigfoot's smelly southern cousin. Seen in Florida swamps.
Skunk ape?
Skunk ape.
Shut up. I think we're going to make... Once we get our website up, dude, that's a shirt.
Skunk ape?
Skunk ape.
That is a sick shirt.
That's a shirt.
Akaraka umi. Brown wood owl or large bat again.
Oh, a bat.
Altamaha.
Lame.
Cactus cat.
It's a fucking desert cat.
Yeah, the Wampus cat is Appalachian.
West Virginia. So it's a bobcat.
Rooted in Cherokee mythology, tells the tale of a woman who is eavesdropping. Oh, and then it goes off, ... We're just going to leave it there. You guys look into that shit.
Nosy bitch.
Kangaroo, apparently, is a cryptid. According to this list. Just kangaroo.
Man.
Oh, the phantom kangaroo.
Oh, jeez.
It looks normal, except for
It plays
some...
an organ and wears a mask. It's like the Phantom of the Opera.
What the heck? Lizard man. Mongolian deathworm.
Yeah, that's called a cobra.
And the Yeti. I didn't find our little guy,
Yeti.
dude. It's going to drive me nuts that I can't find this guy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Wampano?
No, something really weird.
Really?
Like, it was a good name. I dug the name. It was cool.
Yeah.
Damn, we've done a lot of episodes.
I'm going back to my notes now.
We just hit 25 episodes. You know that?
Yeah.
I get a text every once in a while about, like, oh, you hit your goal.
That's kind of cool.
You recorded 25 podcasts.
Yeah. It's a lot of podcasts, dude.
It's not bad for, like, talking about ghosts and, like...
Conspiracies.
You know the people's favorite episode, the most viewed episode?
What's that?
Our Randonautica episode.
Still?
Still.
That's kind of nuts.
And I don't even see people doing Randonautica anymore.
No, that was like a 20 COVID thing. Dude.
And it's still the biggest episode we did.
Huh. Yeah, that's an odd one. That was a good episode. I remember it.
Yeah, you saw like a ghost out of the corner of your eye in that episode. I remember that.
I don't like talking about that.
And then my girlfriend said she saw that lady out.
Yeah, like 3 days later, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we invited something in on that episode, which is weird because we didn't even talk about ghosts. We just read their fucking rules and regulations. Yeah. Half of that episode was just reading the website.
Yeah. And just debunking it or pulling our crazy theories out.
It's weird. Out of all the episodes that we do that could have invited, like, an evil spirit, like that one.
That was it?
Which made no sense.
That was a weird one.
That was a weird episode.
All right, so I got another thing here.
Yeah, let's talk about this big sky country.
So, like, it used to be cheap land, dude.
I know.
And now it's super expensive.
When we lived together about, 14 years ago?
Yeah, 15.
We had this house. And I remember we were, like, looking at Montana and, like, oh, we can get, like, 20 acres for, like, $90K.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Like 20 acres.
Yeah.
And it was just complete big sky, completely open and flat, perfect
Cheap.
for building. Like,
yeah, we would have built a compound.
We could have just fucking started a cult in Montana.
Yeah. We would have started one. But now it's super expensive. Like, all celebrities are going there.
Right.
Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates, I guess, is in Montana. I mean, he's kind of nuts, dude. Doesn't he own, like, fucking, like, 5 million acres of farmland everywhere?
Isn't that kind of sick? And I think he, like, stopped, like, farming, like, production on a couple of them.
Well,
too.
wasn't it all, like, geo-farming or whatever?
Isn't it bad that a millionaire could control the food supply?
Millionaire.
Billionaire. Billionaire.
Billionaire, dude. He was, like, the fake meat guy, wasn't he? Like, he was pushing the fake meat.
What
like,
happened to the fake meat? The fake meat really died out.
No one likes it.
But they said it was, like, well, no, the Beyond Meat, like, is terrible or whatever. But I thought they, like, replicated it, like, to the point where it was pretty close.
I think vegan things are getting pretty close.
You think so?
I think so.
I think they're just oily garbage. Dude.
Really?
They're just diarrhea in a box.
I think you go to a good place. I think it'll change your opinion on it.
I think you could get a nice black bean burger.
Yeah, I think
where
you
it's
get.
like,
Look, they got certain foods down though. Like
yeah,
I think certain
if you
food,
get,
like
a
burgers,
black bean burger,
right?
Like it makes sense. But like if you get like one of like the morning, like we're gonna get sued. One of the other patties that are like, they're like artificial burgers.
Yeah.
Like they're not like actually made as like vegan food into a patty. Like it's actually like we're gonna try to replicate a burger.
Yeah.
And it has like a lot of like the oil and the,
Yep.
like, the just it is so terrible.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But like I said, I think if they like French fries, dude, like French fries are pretty good. Even though they're like mushrooms, they taste pretty good.
Yeah.
There's certain foods that they got where it's like, oh yeah, this is
Yeah, it's
tastes
not bad.
pretty close, dude.
It's not bad, yeah. Some of the cheeses, yeah, they taste just
Right,
like it.
yeah.
I still think it's like all seed oils and all like really terrible for you.
Is it all terrible?
Seed oils, I think, are.
But like I said, I don't know. I mean, I think that went all
I don't know,
to the
man. I
wayside.
look at it, dude, like I just turned 34 a couple days ago.
Congratulations,
Um,
old fuck.
I'm not like a fucking 7-Eleven employee, like, but, dude, why do I still have acne at 34 years old? Like, I
Diet?
shouldn't be getting, like, pimples at 34 years old, and I think that has a lot to do with the poison in our food.
To water intake, too. Do you drink enough water?
Well, I probably drink 7 cups of coffee a day.
I don't think that helps you with water, though.
I get a little bit of hydration.
I think coffee dehydrates you, to be quite
Well, you know
honest.
what it does cause is early dementia.
Yeah,
Vascular dementia.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Well, you think about birth control, smoking, all those things, they constrict your blood vessels. It can lead to vascular dementia early.
See, but yeah, okay, vascular, I understand that, but doesn't it? Isn't it like a nootropic, where it stimulates your brain, where it fires off signal, nicotine, caffeine, everything just fires off your brain. So why would it stimulate dementia? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like
they're not nootropics, but yeah, caffeine and nicotine has been known to like stimulate a lot of good things too, like testosterone production is big in nicotine.
That's why I'm so mad.
Caffeine has a ton of like positive effects, but also
but everything has
all
a
those things
negative.
constrict blood vessels, which could lead to vascular dementia later, especially with the food we eat and the fatty cholesterol and like all the things blocking your arteries. And
But we're all gonna die anyways, dude.
yeah, it's just how with it are you going to be when you're 60?
I think we'll be with it. But like I said, everything has a positive and negative. Everything's electricity.
Yeah.
Everything's open-ended, dude. I'm
It's
sure
true.
one thing is good for you, and then at the same time, it's probably not great.
I found the fucking name.
What is it?
The Pakuji.
The Pakuji. That's it.
Pakuji.
Pakuji. I remember us like having a hard time with it.
Yeah. And it is a crazy looking fucker too, dude.
The picture is crazy that they took
Like
at the
that
house.
picture?
Yes. Yes.
Pakuji.
But yeah, it was like it patrolled burial grounds, and at the Dandy House, there are bodies on that land because in the 1700s, there was actually a war that was fought on that land.
Yes.
And over 10,000 natives ended up dying there.
And this is a real house you can go to. Like
Yes.
they literally rent it out for like supernatural people to go and spend the night there. So I recommend it. If you're in New York, go check out the Dandy House.
Project Fear did, I think, the best episode there.
I have to watch.
Shout out
I still
Project
haven't
Fear.
seen that one. Project Fear's great though. Their production's amazing.
They're awesome. I mean,
Yeah. I'm
they-
jealous.
I mean, they were on Discovery and
We
everything.
finally got our sound right, but they're doing like fucking next level.
They do it what? They do it right. Project Fear, shout out them. Go follow them on YouTube.
But this thing, man, it is like a little son of a bitch. It's got like a tiny little dagger, dude.
Yeah.
And it just kills you by like stabbing you a
Stabbing
million
you.
times.
Stabbing you.
Like just
But all right, so back to bunkers, dude.
yes.
So there all these millionaires and billionaires are building bunkers, dude. For what?
It's like they know something.
Seems like. You know, like I think history kind of repeats itself a little bit.
Yeah.
You think of like I'm sure Frank Sinatra in the 50s had a house with a bunker. Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like during
But
the
it
Cold
is
War.
funny that like we've always been like a coastal country. Like everything consolidates on the coast.
Yeah.
And yet in the past like 20, 30 years, all of these millionaire, billionaire types are buying up farmland.
Seclusion.
That's
Privacy.
what it is.
Privacy's everything nowadays.
Well, that's also, it could be the let them eat cake thing. Like, people are starting to turn on them and eat the rich and all these things.
Right.
And, like, maybe I need to get out to Montana
where I'm alone and my next door neighbor, and we skyrocket housing values over here and the land value.
So no one can move here.
No one can move here.
Yeah, right.
No one can touch it unless it's Post Malone.
It definitely makes sense, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they are building bunkers, which is a little weird. I know Zuckerberg, I know this ain't Montana, but I know his was in Hawaii.
Yeah, he put a bunker in Hawaii,
And
that didn't cost an arm and a leg too.
Now, have you watched his recent thing on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
I know you're not into TikTok, dude, but there's some fucking funny dudes on the internet, man.
Are there?
They have the best Zuckerberg video, dude.
Yeah.
And they just go like, "Oh, Zuckerberg before," and he's like, "I'm married to my high school sweetheart, and I love it, and I'll do whatever you want." And then it goes to the other thing, and he's got the fucking curly hair, and he's like, "Man, Bezos' wife's tits are looking fucking great." And he's like, "I'm all about free speech." Yeah, Biden told me to do that. I said, "Fuck you, bitch."
Yeah.
Like, complete transformation. This dude is the fakest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I like the one video where he got caught lying about bow hunting.
Yeah.
And he couldn't tell you the name of the bow.
He
Every
had
bow
no
hunter,
idea.
Every bow hunter, dude. I know I got a Matthews.
Yeah.
I know what type of bow I have. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
don't you just picture like a boardroom at Facebook where like we're all sitting around and we're like, Mark Zuckerberg's going on Joe Rogan. Mark Zuckerberg's going on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say? Let's see. What's Joe into? Hold on, bow hunting. And,
yeah.
MMA and this.
Download it onto Zuckerberg's chip.
Just a writer's room, dude.
And the nerd at Facebook didn't know, like, oh wait, he's gonna ask him what type of bow it is. I didn't look that up.
There's an episode of Community where Chevy Chase is like going over, like, and, you know, Chevy Chase is like the old man in the show or whatever, and he's going over to like.
No, is he?
But he's going
Wait,
over.
the original cast member from Saturday Night Live is
like,
is
they didn't
old?
want to invite him over to watch the movie with them or whatever, and he's like, he hires like a staff of writers to like make funny like comments during the movie. Because he can't keep up with the kids, so he's like hiring them all, and they got like a board.
Just
they're
like
writing out jokes during the movie.
Just how like Rogan is when he has like younger comedians on, they just go over his head.
Dude, he misses a lot of jokes.
I'm surprised. Well, like I said, I think it's
like
an
he's
age
sharp
thing.
and smart, but like sometimes he just like.
Yeah,
like it's weird when he takes like a joke like seriously. Like, but he's like, no, actually, if you look at it, no, he's like, dude, it's a joke.
Yeah, but I also think that's an age thing.
Yeah,
like at me talking to my
people
father.
Definitely don't realize that dude's like almost 60 years old.
Right, it's me talking to my father-in-law. He's not
right
with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he is with it, but there's certain
like
things.
he's extremely smart and obviously really good at what he does. But
wow, man, you're giving the Fear Factor guy a lot of credit for being extremely smart.
You don't think he's smart?
I think he's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say he's smart.
I don't think he's very quick, but I do think he's smart. I think he knows a lot. I think he's got a lot of knowledge about a lot of weird things.
He also interviewed a lot of experts.
He gets to spend 3 hours of his day learning from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 You got a lot of free time.
But what do you consider smart? I mean, smart is being well versed in things, right? Like being.
Yeah. No.
Like I said, I don't think he's quick-witted, but I do think he's smart.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Like I look at it as like an intelligence thing, and yes, he does have a high intelligence.
Yeah.
You're able to hold a conversation with a lot of different people.
For real.
Which is
a great interviewer, really.
Yeah. But Howard Stern was also a great interviewer.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he smart?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he's pretty smart too.
I think he's pretty smart. I think you'd take it away from him. Like, even though he's.
Oh, he's left wing all the way now, but he's mainstream now.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I like. We were having an argument before we sat down and had this podcast.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like mainstream versus being, punk rock and
doing what you want to do,
untuned to it. Howard Stern used to be punk rock, dude. He used to be, and then he got just so power hungry.
Yep.
And got to the top and got soft.
And he didn't want it to go away.
And it seemed
I think that was him. Like, he didn't want it to go away. He wanted to claw and hang on to it.
See, I think people got into his ear.
That's true too. Yeah, the wrong people get around you.
And from having girls get naked on your show to having Paul McCartney is a change.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could have girls getting naked on your show and have Paul McCartney.
With Paul McCartney coming in next, yeah.
So I think he made a choice there where he wanted to go Hollywood.
Which makes sense.
And mainstream and get the big name. Yeah, and make a ton of money.
Ton of money. Yeah. What? The Pakuji, dude. So building bunkers, man. I just been thinking about that. Like, do you ever see, we'll do our horror movie of the week.
Do you think Howard Stern has a bunker? Do you think Joe Rogan has a bunker?
No, I don't think either do. But I think Howard Stern buys into enough of the other stuff. Part of me thinks he's not fake. Like, I hate to say it. Like, I know he does all those things, but I think he believes a lot
of his thoughts,
Like, I think he believes a lot of these things.
like politics.
and I think,
now?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he, like, kind of, like, is trying to, like, make up for being such a degenerate. Like, there's a lot of that, too.
Yeah,
like,
but you talk about a legacy thing, dude.
yeah.
I mean, you were rude and like just think about like he was anti-FCC.
I mean, his legacy's shot. He'll never be thought of in the same light by most people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But, like, I think he's trying to make up for something. But I don't think it's like he's in on it like a lizard person. I think he actually believes his shit.
But I remember listening to Howard Stern, let's say like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and he hated podcasters.
That's
like,
funny.
he didn't see it coming, dude.
I know.
He would talk, like, openly, like, podcast, what, everyone can have a radio station now?
Yep.
That's not right. And then, like, that's when he, like, switched over, dude, was, like, and didn't see any of this coming. Where anybody could have a mic, dude, and anybody could say what they want. He's not a medium anymore, like.
But here you go, you're talking about, like, we were talking, too, like, about podcasts and how they're, like, dangerous now. But, like, they all seem like fucking fake and, like, fake dangerous, too, dude. Like, they're all, like, I don't know. They kind of act like, oh, we're going against the outrage, but, like, I don't know. There's a lot of, like, fake.
There is fake, but, like I said, it is also better than being at CBS.
I think you're going to see a lot of podcasts turn into that, too. But I think they'll fail.
I think because people are going to see through it, dude. The reason why podcasts are successful is because
it's the one good thing is, people are waking up.
Yeah, you're
like,
talking.
People are like,
you're talking about your week, dude. You're talking about your day. Like,
yeah,
there's no agenda.
Yeah,
I don't have an agenda to push. Like,
yeah, like we're coming on here and we're starting the show with Elon standing over Trump, and then we're talking about the Pakuji.
Yeah, right.
Like, it doesn't matter. We're talking about whatever.
No.
And if you guys want to listen, listen.
Exactly. No one's holding a gun to your head not to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you don't like it? See ya. You like it? Hey, stick around.
Yeah,
dude.
we want to talk to you too.
We're gonna be on every week. But like I said, and then like and how you say like you more and more you think it's gonna be bought. I do agree.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're not gonna be successful.
I think a lot of them are fail, but also kind of like our Taylor Swift clone argument, like. The CIA is going to push a bunch until they find one that hits, and then they're going to put a lot behind it.
Yeah, but
like you said, they'll artificially say like, "Oh, this podcast is so big." They can tell you it's big, dude. They can get the ratings altered. They can make it look like the biggest podcast in the world. If you make it look like the biggest podcast in the world, and you get big people to go on it, you can push it.
There's podcasts right now that are big, and they came out of nowhere.
Exactly.
But isn't it the more you fan the flame? It's gonna go out eventually.
Yeah.
You know, you can make a fire so big, eventually it's gonna run out of fuel.
I don't know. We saw a propaganda apparatus in the mainstream media before. I don't see why they can't build a propaganda apparatus. I think they definitely missed the boat, and they're definitely farther behind. But I think it's still totally possible for the CIA to institute a propaganda apparatus in this space eventually.
I think like our generation. The generation before us and the generation after us are lost causes. You have a 35-year stretch here that is so anti like mainstream.
Yeah.
Good luck.
But they won't present themselves as the mainstream. They'll present themselves as the underground like.
But I don't think but like you said, I think people our age, dude, smells bullshit like that. The minute you're fake, dude, I think it's gone.
I meet a lot of people that don't smell bullshit, so I don't know.
I give people a lot more credit than what they are.
I think it's definitely better, but
we're
getting better as a society, I hope. It seems like a lot more people wake up and a lot more people are like...
Right.
They do sniff out bullshit better.
They sniff out bullshit a lot.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not real, dude, you're done. Like, no one's listening to you.
Yeah.
No one cares. Like, they'll go find the next thing, somebody who is real.
Yeah.
You know, and I that's where I think it's like always with like Rogan is he's the same.
That's also kind of like the one. Well, Rogan's so big that it's hard to like take down. But now that podcasting's so big and there's so many podcasters, do you think we're all very splintered out?
What do you mean? Like just in thought process? Or
like I just mean
opinion?
That back in the 90s, dude.
Mm-hmm.
An episode of Seinfeld comes out.
Right.
And 50 million people watch that episode of Seinfeld, and they all have one thing to connect on.
Right.
Whereas with podcasts, with so many and so much out there, and it's so much time to listen to a podcast. Like, I mean, I commute to work an hour, 15 minutes or whatever, and I listen to podcasts, and I still have podcasts left afterwards. Like, I never get through all of them.
Yeah. I'm sure
I'm saying, like, do you splinter people to the point where people don't have a common thread to be a part of anymore?
Yep.
And that's kind of like what you do with the Super Bowl, when people are moving away from the NFL, and then, now a lot of people are going to MMA. Oh, and now you're going to bring soccer over here, and people are going to watch soccer. I don't know why. That's a god-awful sport, and you're all sick.
They all love it.
I've talked. That's such a fucking hipster thing, dude.
It is a hipster thing.
I fucking hate it, dude. It's just like, no, I'm into soccer. I'm cultured. Dude, you're not cultured because you watch soccer. I don't want to sit and watch a game that goes 0-0.
No.
Like, are you...
No. Like I said,
soccer frustrates me.
I've given it a chance, dude, and I've tried betting on it. It's not for me.
What is the point of this?
It's not for me.
There's like 50 people. They're like super zoomed out. Like
we talked about the hockey where they started with 3 fights, dude, at the beginning of the game. I can't watch a dude get fucking knocked over at the hip and lay there for 3 minutes. I can't. It frustrates me.
Yeah, he's holding his leg, like crying.
It frustrates me.
Like grown men crying. A lot of skinny dudes with their shirts off all the time, dude. Like
Yeah, like I said, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, but I like violence. I like fist fighting, so I do like the UFC. I do like but I was a boxing guy. Like, I like fights.
Yeah.
I like bum fights.
I'm not even really into the UFC or whatever, but my sports, like, I want them to be a sport, like, that has something happening, man. Like,
right.
You want the big play. You want the
exciting.
And also, like, we're big dudes. We're big fucking Polacks, dude. The last thing I need to do is watch some 140-pound dude cry because somebody tripped him on the field.
It irritates me.
Like I hate you fuckers, dude.
But even just like with the jobs that we've had in our life, dude, where it's been physical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy's laying on it doesn't relate to me at all.
No.
Like, it does. Oh, he's got a cramp. He's laying there fixing his hair, running his hands through his hair. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Like, we're not into basketball a lot, but we've played fucking pickup basketball. Right. You know what it is.
Right.
You know what it's like. Like, and football. Plus, you've played football, dude. You've gotten hit in the head. You know what that's like.
But plus, basketball back in our day was like a physical sport, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was, even like baseball, dude. You grow up and you see bench clearing brawls, dude. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, they throw a ball at your head. He's charging the mound, dude. Like, there's
like,
some retaliation.
Cool, man. There's a little bit of, like, personality. Yeah. There's a little... Soccer, dude, is just like...
Yeah, it's weak. I can't do it. And then, like I get nauseous listening to
But even the NFL is becoming, like, soccerized, where, like, you got players dating supermodels and fucking, like, whatever.
But it's all brand.
In, like, the culture. It's all brand. It's
brands.
All these things. It's not the sport.
No, it's brands, dude.
Yeah. How do we get on that rant?
I don't know how we got into sports.
Horror movie involving bunkers. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
What do you mean?
John Goodman.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Great movie.
Okay, so you bring that up, dude. Let's do 3 movies.
Okay.
Bring 3 movies. If we're stuck in a bunker, dude, the underworld just happened.
All right. We just have a DVD player.
We had the White Lion. We're in the movie. We're in the Barack Obama movie. The fucking world is ending. There's a fucking cargo ship that just crashed into the ocean. And we're in a fucking beach house, dude. We got to get to our bunker. You can grab 3 movies and a CD.
Okay.
What are you bringing with you?
Oh, jeez.
This could be... do you want to keep it horror or do you want to keep it all genre? What do you want to do?
Okay, let's do 1 horror, 1 comedy, 1 action.
Okay.
All right.
We'll man, CD, now I got to think here.
And then we'll do... You get 1 complete series.
Okay,
show.
TV show?
TV show.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Wow.
All right, CD. I'm going in defense of the genre. Say Anything, second CD. It was definitely
I'm a real boy.
More overproduced CDs in defense of the genre, but we're talking 30 songs, hits every mark. My favorite band of all time. I've seen them 24 times now.
Yep.
In defense of the genre.
Wow. All right, CD. Man, that's a tough one. I'm going to keep it punk rock, dude.
Okay.
I'm going to say The Descendants, Milo Goes to College.
Ooh, that's good. Is Coffee Mug on that one?
Yeah. Yep. I'm going Milo Goes to College is my CD. The Descendants.
Wow, I was ready for Jello.
Oh, Dead Kennedys?
Yeah, I was ready for a Dead Kennedys.
It was close, dude.
Okay.
There were a couple that flashed in my head.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm going to Descendants. It's not sad enough where it's like it's poppy enough where it's gonna keep me up and going, and it's high energy, and this is the end of the world. So I'm gonna need something high energy.
I like it.
Something
like
California, something keep me skate punk, dude.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I like that. Keep you going.
Yep.
No, I dig.
And it's an all timer. It's a famous album, dude.
All right, comedy movie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have a hard time with this one actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, dude, there's so many. There's so many.
This might be recency because we just talked about Chevy Chase, but I'm going fucking Vacation. OG Vacation.
Wally World?
National Lampoon's Vacation. Wally World.
Man. Oh, dude, that's a tough one, dude. Because there's like 12 movies that just popped in my head.
I know. I had 12 too. I was like Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy's fantastic. I didn't even think of that one yet. I thought of Step Brothers.
I thought of Clerks.
Clerks, dude. Oh my God, that's
but I'm like, I don't know
one.
if I could watch black and white for the next 40 years
yeah,
of my life.
Need a little color.
Some color in my life.
Oh my goodness. Dude, this is a rough one, man, for me. You got the old Sandler movies.
Happy Gilmore.
You got
Billy Madison.
You got Waterboy. Oh my goodness, dude. I'm gonna go Animal House.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, we both went like 60s, 70s movies.
70s.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Blues Brothers, dude, but I might hold that one as a. That's one of the greatest movies of all time. Have you watched
Blues
it recently?
Brothers is great.
Dude, you'll never see a movie like that.
Motown and like.
Never see a movie like
just
that.
Their car flying up and then all the cop cars crashing down.
They walk into the Black Club, dude. Everyone stops and looks at them like.
Yep.
And he's singing over there on the stage. Oh, dude, it is the fucking best. They're dancing in the music store. Like, dude, they'll never make a movie like that ever again, dude.
Yeah,
ever again.
This is phenomenal. Action.
Oh man, that's another tough one. Well, I'm a war guy here.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's probably my favorite war movie. I mean, there's other good ones. There's when we were soldiers with Mel Gibson. The Patriot was another good action movie. That I love that fucking movie.
Patriot was good. I'm gonna get eaten up for this one, but can I tell you the only movie I can think of that I could watch a million times that I probably watch like every year?
All right, all right. Go ahead.
Speed.
Jeez. I know you had the John Wicks too, but what are you gonna do? Watch one?
Speed is such a good movie, dude. Speed,
man. Speed was all right, but like I said, I just remember seeing that movie so many times.
That's what I said. It's like once a year.
TNT.
I'm watching Speed. I gotta change Vacation, dude. I gotta.
No, you're stuck with Vacation.
I'm locked in now. I gotta watch.
Vacation the world is ending, dude.
Oh, it's over.
You grabbed what you grabbed. All right, tell me what you want now, dude. But we're already on our way to the bunker.
Liar, liar.
Oh my goodness, Jim Carrey
I'm
movies.
going liar, liar.
Well, you can't. We're already fucking down the road.
Right,
you're stuck with
Vacation.
You're stuck with Vacation.
I'll take Vacation.
All right, horror movie. This one's easy for me. I'm going The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I could watch that movie every day.
It's impossible to pick one.
I'm going with The Exorcist.
I have to pick one, but it'd be impossible to pick one movie that you could only watch.
Exorcist easy. There's nothing that compares to it.
Fuck, man, that would be hard.
One.
You can't take a Saw movie because they're 89 minutes long. Like you can't have an hour and 20-minute movie. Like that's the only movie you're gonna watch forever.
I mean, I was debating on going Leprechaun Goes in the Hood because that would lighten my mood. As a funny, like, oh hey, we're at the end of the world. Like, might as well do this. But I went with The Exorcist. Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like, Like, my gut's just telling me we did an episode of the podcast. How do I not pick up Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob's Ladder?
Bring it down.
But you talk about a fucking...
But it's a movie like I'm going to be analyzing forever.
Yeah, psychologically.
Yeah,
you're in a bunker,
yourself
dude.
up in a bunker, dude,
In a
and
bunker.
think about dying over and over again.
Yeah. Like I said, dude, Leprechaun goes to the hood, dude. Don't sound terrible.
Like, what's like a long horror movie, man? Like, what's like one of like
The Shining?
like Hereditary?
Hereditary, yeah, that's another one.
It's so weird to take a horror movie down to like the end of the world.
Categories our DVD set was in. Got one in this section, one in this section, one in this section.
It'd have to be Jacob's Ladder. I'd have to take it. It's the greatest. It's my favorite movie.
That's interesting.
Yeah, my favorite CD and my favorite movie. Yeah, I'd have to take them.
All right, I got a fun one for you.
What movie? What series are you gonna take?
Oh, the series! I forgot about the series. Oh man, dude! All right, you go first on this one. I gotta think.
It's hard not to take Seinfeld. Like I feel like you almost have to.
Just take which? Well, I have a feeling like season like 4 is like the start of like prime Seinfeld.
Yeah.
To like season 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Like any of
like
those.
Once
would
Larry
work.
David comes in.
Yeah. Any of those seasons is like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Like it's hard not to take Seinfeld. How I Met Your Mother's a big one.
All right. All right. I'm a war guy.
Whoa. You're gonna take a war series?
I'm gonna take a war series.
You wouldn't
dude.
take the half an hour like of levity?
No, because you're bringing one.
Okay.
So I'm bringing a serious one, and it's one season, so it's gonna be complete every time I watch it.
Oh, okay.
It's called Band of Brothers. And it's one season. I got the whole fucking picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking get motivated. So when I gotta fight whoever the fuck's coming invading us, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be good to go. I got Band of Brothers, dude. That's what I'm taking with me. Yeah, I'm one and done, dude. I don't have a cliffhanger at the end of the season,
That's
dude. You
true.
got to think about that, man.
Oh, you're only taking one season? You're not
You're
getting
only-
the whole show?
You're not getting the whole show, dude. You're only getting one
that's
season.
tough.
You're only getting one season.
Yeah, if you're only getting one season.
Yeah, so like you said, you're better off taking your 30-minute fucking season 7 of fucking South Park, dude. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was about to say the X-Files.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, not that they ever resolve anything in the X-Files.
Right,
Anyway.
yeah.
You could probably get away with like season 2 of
Yeah,
the X-Files.
right. Yeah, you would probably be pretty good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take Band of Brothers. That's
Yeah.
what I'm taking.
One of the X-Files seasons. You know, it's crazy. I'm not an Alien guy, but I love the X-Files, man. They had some of the best horror episodes.
Yeah. How could you not? I mean, speaking of the X-Files, dude, I got a fun one for you to finish with.
Okay.
You ever hear of the Lunar Embassy?
The Lunar Embassy.
Yeah. Well, it was started by a guy named Mr. Hope.
What a fucking name.
Yeah. Mr. Hope started
My
this.
name's Mr. Hope, and I'm starting the Lunar Embassy.
And he was kind of a con man.
And I'm a con man.
Allegedly. so I don't get fucking sued. This guy back in like 1980
Yeah.
wrote a letter to his local government. I guess he wasn't able to produce evidence of it, but he started the Lunar Embassy. It's a registry that he would sell acres on the moon.
What?
So we were talking about how like the rich people had been buying up Montana. So this guy started a registry. So you would be able to buy an acre on the moon for $19.95, but $36.50 after a lunar tax. And he would send you a deed in the mail stating that you own this acre of land on the moon. Now, a couple of celebrities who own an acre on the moon are George Bush, Ronald Reagan, and Jimmy Carter.
What?
Tom Cruise and John Travolta.
What?
So, not only that the rich are buying up Montana, they're also buying up the moon.
What the fuck claim would they have to sell acres on the moon?
Well, this is what
He's a con man.
the people are saying, that this guy has no right to sell acres on the moon.
Yeah.
But he's selling you get a deed in the mail. Like, you ever hear that? Like, buy a star or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something similar like that.
Like, I'm going to claim the moon and I'm going to sell an acre.
I'm going to claim the moon and
and 3
at $50.
former presidents.
At $50. There's 611 million acres on the moon, by the way. So this guy made a shitload of money.
Do you think he sold that many?
Oh, it says that he made a shitload of money. Shitload of money.
What a name. I'm Mr. Hope here with the Lunar Agency.
Yeah, Lunar Agency.
Can I interest you some property on the
It's like the loony bin, dude.
the North Walrus crater of the?
I don't know if this guy's still alive or not, but he sold acreage to some interesting people.
John Travolta owns
John
an
Travolta.
acre on the moon.
Think
Saturday
about that.
Night Fever.
Greece. Yeah, just think about that.
That's kind of nuts.
John Travolta.
He kind of disappeared, huh?
Well, he was into Scientology, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he making out with a man too, or something like that? Like
He's gay.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was
Yeah,
gay.
he came out right when it was getting popular.
Was he?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
I didn't
came
know
out.
that. I remember hearing something with like him and a boy or something. Wasn't there something
he's
weird?
Gay, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out.
Yeah.
There's another pilot guy that flies his own plane, I think.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did you hear about? Speaking of pilots, dude, the lead singer Motley Crue. We brought him up like not too long ago, and plane crashes. His private plane.
Somebody died.
Someone died in that.
Yeah,
one
one person died, and it was a really small crash too. Like they just hit a plane on the runway.
He was going pretty fast though. I mean, I don't know.
On the runway though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were flying and they got hit. Yeah, there was one casualty.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't his girlfriend. I think his girlfriend was on the plane. He wasn't.
How does that guy have
Or
a
his
private
wife?
plane, dude? Like, I mean, they made that
the
much money.
residuals from smoking in the boys' room, dude. Alone.
Yeah.
Smoking in the boys' room.
Oh God.
The amount of residuals from that one song alone.
I just think of the video of him singing now. Vince Neil, I think, right? Vince Neil.
Yeah.
It's like karate. It's like the dude goes, hiya, hiya, hiya.
We were
I
talking
got a
about
ham
Nikki
sandwich.
Sixx. We were talking.
Yeah, Nikki Sixx. Yeah, he
about
doesn't
Nikki
play the
Sixx.
bass anymore, allegedly. But yeah, he doesn't play. He plays unplugged, and then Vince Neil on there. Hiya,
Can't sing it.
hiya, and it's always the karate emoji guy. If you get a chance, go look up that video. Motley Crue live, baby, 2024. But yeah, his plane crashed, and it crashed into somebody's famous too, didn't it? It was like somebody else.
It had to have been a private airport, so I imagine. Yeah. But I know one person died.
Yeah, that's
And they
kind
were like, "Oh my god, what if it was his wife or whatever?"
Then did they ever release the names on the helicopter in the DC crash? Because I know they were trying to make it.
They said the two people, one had 500 hours, one person had 1,000 hours, I think.
Did they release names? I didn't know if they released the names yet. Because I was listening to one of my conspiracy podcasts, and they were saying that he's convinced that nobody was flying in the Black Hawk helicopter.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going deep.
Just repeating what I heard. But that's why I was asking you if they released the names in the Black Hawk.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, he was saying that he's convinced that they didn't have anybody in the Black Hawk, and they flew it remote controlly into it. Because they do have that capability of flying planes and aircraft into other objects without a pilot.
I'm trying to find your karate video, sorry.
Oh, you're trying to find a karate video? I thought you were looking up if they released the names. We need a producer.
It's McNeil.
I need a producer.
Is it McNeil?
Vince Neil. No, Vince Neil. Hiya! Hiya! Kickstart my heart.
Here we go. He doesn't sound too bad for being a 60-year-old guy. Maybe.
How does it sound? He's not terrible for a 60-year-old dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's rough, dude, huh?
It's a little rough.
It's a little
You're
rough.
just making up words.
Hey, but anyway, we're going to end on a positive note today. Scientists at NASA actually said that there's an asteroid on its way to Earth, and it has a 3.8% chance of crashing into Earth in 2032. So sit on that, think on it, say your prayers. Hopefully a Wendigo doesn't get you, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.